5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The last question is whether, on merits, the suspension order is liable to be set aside or not. In view of the findings recorded by us that the suspension order was passed in violation of principle of natural justice, it is not necessary to examine whether the order suspending the license of the petitioner was in accordance with government rules, but since the additional Chief Standing Counsel has vehemently attempted to defend the order on merits, we consider it necessary to examine the correctness of the suspension order in brief. The petitioner's fair price shop license agreement has been suspended. The suspension order does not disclose that any opportunity of hearing was given to the petitioner. It appears that Sub-Divisional Magistrate Bareilly, on the basis of oral complaints of the village, got an inquiry conducted against the petitioner on 27/5/2005, and in the inquiry it was found that the shop was closed and rate board was not outside the shop. The fair price shop licensee was charging rupees 12 per litre in excess of the scheduled price of kerosene oil, which was violation of condition number 24 GA of the license agreement. In the inquiry, ration cards were also inspected and it was found that every month kerosene oil was not properly distributed. Sugar was also not properly distributed to persons who were below the poverty line, which was violation of condition number 3 GHA of the license agreement. The shop of the petitioner was suspended and attached to another fair price licensee, Devendra Kumar Pathak. It is also not clear that if the shop was closed at the time of enquiry, then from where this fact was revealed that the petitioner was charging rupees 12 per litre in excess of scheduled price of kerosene oil, and from where the ration cards were inspected by the inquiry officer. The impugned suspension order does not disclose that any show cause notice was issued to the petitioner to submit his reply as to why the petitioner's license may not be cancelled. According to learned counsel for the petitioner, on the basis of such vague allegations, license agreement of the petitioner could not be suspended. Normally, we would have directed the petitioner to avail alternative remedy of appeal, but we find from the show cause notice that almost all the charges are absolutely vague without giving any specific instance and without mentioning any material on the basis of which each of the charges is proposed to be proved against the petitioner. For example, when charge number 2 says that distribution according to entitlement of ration card holders has not been made every month, the notice should also have indicated when and to which card holders has not been made every month. The notice should also have indicated when and to which card holders distribution was not made. Similarly, when charge number 4 says that kerosene oil is being sold at the rate of rupees 12 per litre, it should have been disclosed when and from which person such extra value was charged.